Alright guys, so today we're going to go ahead and get the cylinder installed on the four-wheeler, but first we have to check the piston ring in gap. So we're going to put all three or all four actual individual two main piston rings and then the two oil separator rings down into the cylinder and check the in gap on them just to make sure everything's good and so we don't have to file it. Beyond that, we'll be able to install the piston 100%, slide the jug down, bolt it down, and then we can move on to putting the head on. It's gonna be fun, guys. Slowly but surely coming back together. Just like this. And we're gonna need assembly lube, so let's not forget that. Alright guys, so now that we got the piston on, we've got the rings set, and we have the clips underneath. What we gotta make sure to do is to put the base gasket on the cylinder jug. This is the head gasket, and then this gray lower one is the actual base gasket that goes underneath the jug. So this goes around the actual inset cylinder that goes down, and the gray one we're gonna put at the bottom. So when you go to cut this open, you wanna be very careful not to gouge any of these. Probably just do it from the front. But they did some super hyper ceramic material on here, which just is awesome. I'm trying to do this on camera so you guys can see. Let's see if we can get it separated that way. Pick the seal. There we go. Just peel right off. You also want to make sure not to fold your gasket by any chance when you're doing this, because sometimes the backing material will all of a sudden just fold on you, and that base gasket that goes underneath the cylinder, I'm certain would probably crack. And that's just gonna be an oil problem later. So there we go. You peel just like that. We can get this one, and you want to lubricate this one when you put it on. And we need this base gasket here. Put the head gasket back. Keep that safe for later. Because we have our timing chain all tied and knotted up here, I'm going to be very careful not to drop it down into the cylinder. Right now we can easily retrieve it, but it will get much harder once the cylinder is back on. So I'm going to try to go ahead and take this off just real quick. I'm going to get this base gasket on. Probably should have done this before the piston went in, but I ain't fretting it. I can hear people in the comments already. You don't know what you're doing. Well, we'll see when it runs. There we go. Like I said, it would have been easier before this went on, but it's not the end of the world. There we go. We'll get that other dowel pin in. So get the dowel pin in, put the O-ring on, and lube it up real quick. Different size bolts. A long one and a short one. The long ones go on this side, short ones go on the right hand side. Put your pretty washers on. And then for good measure, I'm going to use Loctite on these. I know a lot of people probably would say that, you know, it's dumb, shouldn't do that. Just a little bit is not going to hurt. It's just to make sure that the jug stays completely set. Right hand side, long ones, the left hand side. Torque them down into a sequence, just kind of crisscross, and they're going to go down to 31 foot-pounds. It's all said and done. get them started by hand just to make sure they all set correctly. Had to get a different driver, one that's skinnier that could fit down in there. Said 31 foot-pounds, not going to be very much torque on these. It's going into an aluminum case, so you got to remember that too. Alright, so with everything bolted down now, what we're going to do is suspend the timing chain and go ahead and rotate the piston so it's at top dead center. One, for when we install the head, but two, I have to wait a couple more days so that way the cylinder walls are a little more protected with the piston up. I'm going to cover everything back up, but I think it'll just be better in general. Plus, to make sure we have no binding and that the piston rings are flowing smoothly. So, a multitude of reasons. I'm going to keep that nearby because we're going to be tying the timing chain right back up. And you want to make sure to go clockwise. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed this, if you like seeing four-wheeler projects like this on a budget, please consider hitting subscribe, stick around, smash that like button, because here in just a couple of weeks I will be riding this. I'm going to put it back to the test, I'm going to do it on the road. It's going to be a lot of fun. And remember, like I said, this is a budget build. I'm doing this as cheap as possible, so thanks to Niche Industries for getting this back on service, getting it back running around again for less than 200 bucks. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stick around.